back-to-back NFC East champs the division with its win over Washington on Saturday. A victory highlighted by 132 yards on the ground from a resurgent Saquon Barkley. Barkley has looked like the 2024 version of himself over the last 3 outings. 20-plus carries in each game, the longest streak for him this year. And he's averaging 111 rushing yards per game. The first time all season he's averaged over 100 rush yards per game in a 3-game span. D.O., Eagles offense, are they back, or is this more a reflection of the last couple weeks going against the Raiders and the Commanders?
So since the Chargers game, I've been encouraged with this offense. Even that night when they had 1,000 turnovers, I've been encouraged with the style of play. Washington's defense is bad, so I'm not taking a ton out of the performance, but stylistically, they controlled the line of scrimmage a little bit more. I think the two things that I'm most encouraged about when it comes to this football team, one, they ran the ball better. Two, it seems like they're getting healthy at their two most important parts at the line of scrimmage. The thing that I'm most discouraged or concerned about, their kicker. And that will matter at some point. Jake Elliott has not had the season that you would think, hey, this gives you a little bit calming of the nerves. So
in a year where kickers have been fantastic.
Absolutely. And in a reality of, like, we're heading into the playoffs. A missed kick is going to lose you a game. And so I like where they're trending, but I still have some trepidation.
And the type of team that they are is a team that's going to need their kicker. Like, they're going to win on defense and smart plays on offense. But I think all of us at the beginning of the year were comparing them to last year's team, and we wanted that team back. And we were grading them harshly because they couldn't measure up to that. That team's not coming back. They're going to win with conservative offensive play, good defense,
correct,
some timely field goals. And you referenced this earlier. The big thing is Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Those are the two offensive or line men that come back and will impact this team and make them so much more
Both expected back this week, by the way. Both expected back for Buffalo this weekend.
You're optimistic that this Philly team can look more like itself once we get to the postseason. Why is that?
Because I think they're going to utilize the quarterback. We've seen it the last 2 weeks. Use his skill as a rusher, and to me, he's got tailback skills, playing the quarterback position. And he's had 7 first downs, 14 times he's run with the football for 79 yards. That's what you're going to get in the playoffs. And to me, that is so much more difficult to defend when you've got your quarterback running with the football.
You know what's funny about Philly's offense, Rex, for me is, like, I've been the person all year being like, put the quarterback under center more, put the quarterback under center more. And I do like that. I think it has to continue to be part of who they are. I also love when they go empty shotgun. You know, that's what that quarterback run that you're talking about, because living in the world empty shotgun, I line up and I've got Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I'm a tough matchup for you guys.
And from a defensive standpoint, it's hard for us to disguise when you do that. It's hard for us to, if we're going to do man, you're going to see it. If you spread us out, if there's a blitz coming, like if you want to get home at some point, you have to cheat to that position. The empty, I think, clears up the view for the quarterback there, and it does put them in a position when they're all spread out. It's easier to, like, scramble and run. You immediately know if it's man and you can make a run for it. You immediately see if there's a linebacker spying you. And I think it encourages him to make those plays. But the problem with that is, your best player offensively has been Saquon Barkley, not this year, but you put him outside and you're asking him to be a receiver. So that's the thing. And also about using him in using Jalen in a rushing attack, that takes him from under center too, if you're going to do zone read. So these things, they don't have great complementary, which sounds ridiculous, but they don't have the things that they're good at, don't seem to complement each other as much as as you would like them to.
Soft schedule late in the season could be just enough for them to find their groove when it matters most.
By the way, I did get a text from somebody in the Bears organization that said, appreciate you continuing the night with us. We will pick up the tab. Don't worry. Dan and Dominique can stick to their curfew and go home.
Thank you. Well, Mrs. Foxworth will appreciate that. I got to be at home.
Joe and I hit the town.
That is the kind of reporting you find nowhere else. Weekend was
the game winner by Caleb Williams. I love every part of this. The play call, the setup, the throw is absolutely off the charts. It's the throw of Caleb Williams' young career, and the catch by DJ Moore is absolutely insane to make that catch over your shoulder in traffic. This is a pinnacle moment, a kind of line of demarcation for the Chicago Bears, the new regime into the playoffs. Unbelievable throw by Caleb Williams.
Let's stay right there. You have tape.
Oh my gosh.
What made this possible? Take us through it.
All right, so leading into it,
Everybody stop.
Their kicker had made from 43, 46, and 51. So Green Bay already had the ball in overtime. So you get to right around the 46-yard line if you're Chicago. Number one, defense has to kind of say, no first down because now we're in field goal range. So everybody on the defense just a little bit closer. We get into 13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends. You got to put people down near the ball. Now look at that secondary, about 10 yards away. We go play fake, ball fake, hard action, 7.5, 8-man protection. Caleb's going to have a clean pocket, peek to the bottom of the screen, that tight end's running a corner out just to make sure we pull down coverage. Now launch the ball. Now when he throws, look where DJ is. He's on the hash. Do not straighten him up down the field. Pull him all the way across the field. He catches his ball where? Outside of the numbers. That's a big-time freaking throw by Caleb Williams. I love it because the understanding of situational football, like, hey, this defense they can't let us get a first down. Let's go play fake. The second part is this. They were in that 13 personnel formation 7 times in that game. That's the only time they threw it. That's like Ben Johnson's moment right there. Being like, this is why I'm Ben Johnson. It's not the play call. It's when you make the play call.
So it's his call, and it's Caleb's throw, and it's
100%.
DJ's catch, and everybody
100%.
has their shining moment at that
100%.
time.
And the probability of all those things working
Yeah.
out in that way is ridiculous. And you can see, to your point about them running that 7 times and never throwing, or that formation, you can see the safeties creeping down. The point you made about the field goal, you can tell that they were talking with each other like, look, we can't give them any more yards. You watch them sitting there, and the middle field is completely vacated, and then you're just in a foot race. And to throw that ball, it's good coverage. Like, it's tough right there. He has a hand on his shoulder. You're not supposed to be able to catch that ball. All that stuff happens, and it's a pinnacle moment, like you said. And they keep doing it. Week after week, it feels like we're like, this is their moment.
Yeah.
They beat the Eagles. This is their moment.
Yeah, yeah.
If we arrive,
then they keep arriving again.
If we get this version of Caleb Williams, can this team win the Super Bowl?
Whoa. We were just having fun.
Gotta take it to another level.
Chill out. God, man, we were just having fun. Yeah. Mike Tomlin. Yeah, man, we had a good night. It's 1 a.m. Let's go home and go to sleep. Joe, you want to go to another spot? No, they can't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're
But we
really
can
good.
still sit here and go like, remarkable play, great game. They're in the playoffs. Ben Johnson's in the running for Coach of the Year. I agree with Dom. I don't think that they're good enough to win the Super Bowl, but it's still a phenomenal accomplishment so far where they are.
Joe, where do you want to go next? Because I think they could do it, actually. I'm not telling you they
Another
will.
round on
But
Shefty.
Joe, we're going to the next place. They're going to sleep, and we're going out. Okay? We're going
Stretch
out.
it out a little
They can
bit.
do it. I don't
guys
love
go
their
to
chance.
YMCA.
There are better teams. I like the Rams. I like the Seahawks. I like some of the A's.
You know
But
what I
why not? Why not?
Because for the
I know
first
what you
55
like.
minutes of
I
the
know
game,
what you like.
it was bad.
I know what you like.
Coach, jump in here.
I like the way they run that football.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love the coach.
You gypsy.
I love the coach. And here's the thing.
I didn't know what he liked. I thought he was going to say defense.
No, that defense, I can't say it.
I know.
Bears,
the Bears
don't
don't
have
have
it.
it.
Go ahead. Bears defense is awful.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
awful, but they
thing.
get takeaways. That's
Right.
what's going to keep them out. But I'm going to say this: the long range, when you have a franchise type coach and a franchise type quarterback, that's long-term success. That's what they're building for. I don't think they get there this year, but it's not going to be long until they're right in that
and
conversation.
not only that, but they've got a defense now that is getting turnovers. And teams have these years where it just seems like everything's going your way in a year. And then look at Washington this year. They can't get a turnover, right?
Yeah.
But this year, Chicago is getting all those turnovers.
I think when
And
you
they can
have
run the
those,
ball.
And they
caution.
covered an
Yeah, that's the
onside
thing.
kick.
Yeah.
An
Everything's
onside kick.
7-2 in one-score games. Number 1 in turnover differential. Number 1 in take. Bye.